the Project Express. I'm your train conductor, Spicy Pickle Panda, and this is Cannabis Reviews. In this episode, we're headed to FlowerHouse to check out some of their garlic knots. If you're not familiar with garlic knots, its roots are deep in the New York State, and it's an indica, so I couldn't pass it up. I'd like to thank everyone for checking the video out, and with that being said, let's take a closer look at these buds. And here we go. Flower in the House from FlowerHouse. Based out of New York, of course, like almost everything that we have on the channel, being that I am a Empire State resident and an adult. Hooray, I can legally buy this. Has the tamper-proof seal there and a little sneak peek at those tasty little morsels in there. Of course, we have the legitimacy strip, if you will, where it has 21 plus, what's in there, where it's from. Big bad warning on the side here, just letting you know to keep it away from kids and pets and what's in there. And of course, again, I think the Poison Control Center number's on there. We'll put that at the bottom just for fun. FlowerHouse, Walden, LLC. You can hit them up at info@flowerhouseny.com. We'll throw their website down there as well. There is no Instagram, which kind of shocked me, but... And of course, you can scan that up for the lab results. And we got the, the spot that we got it. A little scan sticker. But enough of the previews, on to the feature. Let's pop the top on this and give it a whiff. Of course, got the beautiful seal. Love the seal. It makes you feel safe. Ooh. And it also ensures that you're getting the freshest possible product that you can. Wow. Oh, let's get you guys a little better look. Look at those numbers. Just caked in goodness. Let's get a big whiff. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Getting subtle hints of garlic. Kind of a woodsy, more earthy smell. Definitely not like the Blue Dream that we had from Left Coast on the previous episode. That was almost like a blueberry when you got it rolling, when you really started getting those flavors going in your mouth, if you will. But we're going to dump this on a tray and take a little closer look. Break one up and get a taste. Ka-cha! And we got it all dumped out, and check that out. Not a bad offering, not a bad sampling. Some pretty good looking buds and nugs, if you will. Definitely got that distinct look to them, like how they're just caked. Hopefully this will do it some justice. There we go. That's not a bad shot. Try to give the best look on here that I can. I try to show the buds off the best that I possibly can with the camera that I use, and when the focus likes to be friendly to me. But keep in mind, you can go to my Instagram, which is right there. Throw that at the bottom. And you can get a lot better shots of it. I'll try to sneak in some stills on this video so you can really get a close look, because you can't smell them through the camera, not yet. Maybe someday there'll be scratch and sniff cards, or I don't know. But yeah, I think that's a pretty good look at what we're offering here. In the interest of fairness, I have to mention that out of the more top shelf bud that I've been getting out of Hazy Days, shout out to them and their info on the screen. But the flower that I'm getting out of there that's been more of the top shelf, like this FlowerHouse and previously the Left Coast. The Left Coast had bigger buds. I'm just saying, just putting that out there out of my experience so far with FlowerHouse. We're probably going to try out a couple other strains, just like we did with the Left Coast, but so far in the running, and I know it's not fair to them because I've only tried out the one kind, but The buds are bigger on the left coast. Okay, this is about this and not about that. Moving on. We're going to break up these two little nuggets here and throw it in the daily driver. Come back and do a taste test. Ba-bam! And we've packed one up in our daily driver. Make sure the focus don't do me dirty and you can get a good look at that. Oh, that's always fun when the PC makes a noise. We're leaving it in. Anyway. Pretty nice. Definitely getting hints of garlic the more that I broke it up. Of course, it aerated and I got some nice whiffs. I gotta mention also, not trying to put it up against something else, but I mean, I guess I kind of should. This is a review and it's also a vlog, so it's, you know, my daily experiences. But anyway, enough of the excuses. It's a little drier. It's a little drier than the left coast was. Even a little drier than the hashtag honey Oreo snowballs were. It's a little on the more brittle side. I do have a little packet inside my Smokus Focus. And I don't know if it still works, but it's like one of those little packets. It came in, ironically enough, well, that's not really the word I should be using, but it came in the first pack of legal that I got out of Pennsylvania, hypothetically, for legal disclaimer, but like that even matters. But yeah, I got it out of PA, and it had that inside the 8th, and I've just been keeping it in the Smokus Focus trying, so hopefully it'll bring it back to life. I'm not gonna do, because it seems like, I mean, I don't think it's not old. I'm not trying to pass judgment on it, don't get it twisted. I'm just, yeah, because it's still good until 11/19/25. So this should be good all through the summer. But to me personally, I think it's a little dry. But we'll find out if that is going to be good or bad for when we get a taste, which we're about to do. Find our lighter. All right. Cheers. Obligatory cough. Okay, we have thoughts. It's not particularly harsh. Like, I was kind of worried that it might be a little bit because it was on the drier side, but it was not. It definitely has that garlicky taste. It's subtle, it's not overpowering, but it's definitely there. It's present, like a lot of stuff that you come across when it has a title like that. If it's blueberry this or it's sour that, it's just subtle, it's faint. I think that people kind of that aren't as experienced expect it to taste like candy. And I mean, if you want that, you can get a sweet tooth cart, hashtag sweet tooth cart, that has the flavorings, or get something that's a little more infused. This, on the other hand, is more raw. I want to say it's definitely not been tampered with. It's flour. It hasn't been. I don't believe. Let's see if it says something on there, and I've been fooled. But nope, it's premium indoor cannabis flour. Yep, it does not say that it's infused, but the garlic strain has that look where it's been almost dusted. It's so, you know, thick. Tastes good, tastes good. They got that distinct look. We'll throw some shots up. Hopefully I'll remember to take some stills of this before editing, and we'll throw them up here and there, and as I'm rambling and there's nothing going on here, we'll throw that up to try to fill the void. Yeah. I think we might have to take another pull off of this. Yep. We're gonna have to do that. I think we're definitely gonna have to, just in fairness of the review, and not just because I want to be baked. All right. Cheers. like it. Starting to come on a little bit. I'm assuming from the first one. Yeah. That is a treat in itself. Boom. And we have returned. I took a little break, listened to some tunes real quick, and let this buzz kind of set in. And I'm happy to report that I am absolutely stoned. And definitely in an indica way, where I got my eyes dropped. I'm kind of slouching down, and I really don't care. It is definitely, I think when I was on the website checking it out, it said that it was, the effects were relaxed. I'll put all this info on the screen. It said that it was a relaxing high, and I will agree with that tenfold. Yeah, I am calm and at peace, for sure. 2 thumbs up. Panda approves. I do like it. Something about it when I was in the store. When I was in Hazy Days, it was just like, I look at everything on the counter, and I look around at everything when I'm in there every time. I'm not in there forever, but I definitely glance around, trying not to miss anything new or what might be calling out to me. And that's usually what happens. It calls out to me, and this did. So I scooped it up, and I'm glad. Yes, indeed. It was around the same price of their other top shelf stuff. It's around like $50. Then they get hit with that New York tax. Kaboom! That definitely, that gets you. And then you tip your bud tender, and it's just like, damn. But it's all worth it. It's all, part of the experience and the new way that it's done, which I wouldn't have it any other way, to be honest with you. Full disclosure, I grew up with the plugs, and you have good experiences with them and bad ones. And all the experience that I've had with the legit stores have been pleasant. Just all over the place. I know I don't have tons of experience with it. I'll be the first to admit that. Besides Hazy Days, I've only really went to Aspire and Ithaca. Shout out to them. And same thing, great people up there. Very helpful, knowledgeable bud tenders. A wide array of products. They always have people coming in doing demos, and I hear about free samples. I can't, guarantee anything on that level, but when they have vendors there, showing off their product, I hear they do that. But there's some other ones. There's one in Binghamton. I can't remember the name of it. I want to get out to that one and check it out. I'm assuming it will be similar but different, just like the two that I have been to, besides all the other, the sticker stores that I allegedly frequented. Legal disclaimer. Just for fun. But yeah, we might wrap it up on this one. I feel like we've covered it pretty well. The only 2 things that I would say is I really like, and it's not like it matters, I mean, these are good buds, but I like it when you get like one big whomper bud and then a couple little filler buds to make weight or whatever. I like when you get them, but this is good stuff. Regardless of that, it did to me, like I also said, feel a little dry, but that could have just been me being me, personal preference or opinion. But it did, and I had to mention it because this is my vlog, and it's my opinion. So there it is. Don't want to ramble too much. We'll shout out, if you didn't watch the last video, there was a preview in that one. And this ended up showing up before that, so we'll talk about that for a second. This is Pillow Talk Drops. Come on, work for me. There it is. From Heirloom. It's a tincture. I won't talk too much about it, but I have not tried it yet. A friend of mine has tried it, and she's a lightweight. There it is. I said it. No harm, no foul. I'm not trying to be mean, but she is. And it says take like 1 full dropper and then wait at least 2 hours before taking more. So of course that scared her, and she was like, well, give me, and I'm like, how about you do 1/4 of it, like do 1/4 of it. And I measured it out for her, and then a little bit of time passed after she said it tasted like medicine. And I'm just thinking, well, I mean, it's not going to taste like, but anyway, I'll get more on the taste of it when I get to it. But a little bit of time had passed, and she's like, I'm starting to feel that. And I'm like, cool, right on. Like, even though it was a little bit, and she's not like necessarily an everydayer, you know, someone who indulges on a great deal. And it's more about her getting to sleep than it is, you know, hence the nighttime formula. And then about a little bit more time passed, and she looks at me, and I look at her, and it's like, whoa, like, you are torched. Like, her eyes dropped. She was definitely having a good time. But this is the box to look for if you're already thinking about going and getting it. But there'll be a full video review on that after I get around to trying it. But yeah. In conclusion, go buy this. If you want to get baked, this does it. I took 2, you know, relatively big hits off of this, and it kind of did the trick for me. I'll probably plow through this within the week. I know that's not a lot. Some people probably more, but this will last me the week. I do have a full-time job, so. And I don't, I guess we'll talk about it. I don't, before, during work, I do not do this before or during work. I have my own reasons on that. I mean, and I guess we could talk about it real quick and not make this video too long, but the reason that I don't do it during work, because I used to. Almost every job that I had, like, yeah, like before you go in, sometimes even places like on break and jump out in your car or whatever. But the reason I don't do it is because I like it to be a reward. As in, I went to work today, I'm paying my bills, and here's a rub for that. That, and I find that it's a little bit of, it's the smallest tolerance break ever. I mean, it's like, what, 8 hours? Because the moment I get home, like, one foot in the door, and I've already got something in my lungs. Like, and then the other foot comes in the door. But yeah, that will definitely do me. And that's why I like to get the better stuff, because, you know, less is more when it comes to how much you got to consume. But I'm going to smoke the rest of this probably, even though I really don't need to. Take one more pull after I say goodbye to y'all. And then we're going to do a video shoot for this, for the Instagram. Make sure you check that out. And for this video. And then we're going to edit and we're going to post it, and then you can watch it. And I appreciate that you do that. And that about does it for this episode of Cannabis Reviews. If you've liked anything you've seen or heard, please hit like, and if you want to see more, hit subscribe. But until next time, this is Spicy Pickle Panda saying, peace out.